Hey there, YouTubes. So, I want to play you kind of a crappy quality, I'll fully admit it, because, well, I suck at editing. But I wanted to play you a clip from an interview with Mrs Duggar from, a website.
Average of 2 kids per family.
Oh, wow. Well, first off, the idea of overpopulation is not accurate because, really, the entire population of the world, if they were stood shoulder to shoulder, could fit in the city limits of Jacksonville. So if you...
Alright, you heard that. So, I thought, upon hearing this, I thought I'd break down the numbers. So, let's do some estimates. Hell, we'll be doing some conservative estimates, and yes, I'm going to show off my shoulders for this. So, you just heard her. If the population of the world was stood shoulder to shoulder, they would become very close or not quite reach Jacksonville city limits. So I looked at the numbers, and in 2012 there was a little over 7 billion people in the world. And okay, let's play it conservative. There are people with broad shoulders, there are people with small shoulders, there are people who have hips that are bigger than their shoulders. But let's just go shoulder, and let's just say, hypothetically, every person was exactly 1 foot across, 1 foot shoulder to shoulder. Hell, I'm not 1 foot shoulder to shoulder, about a foot would probably be there on me. So I'm about, 2 foot. I would count for 2 people in this, hypothetically. So, 1 foot across, 1 foot shoulder to shoulder. There are 5,280 feet in a mile. This is going to get fun. And so, 7 billion divided in 7 billion feet divides down into 1,325,757 miles. Or to everybody else outside the U.S., that's going to be 2,133,999 miles, or 999.1 kilometers. Again, that's 2,133,599.1 kilometers for 7 billion people. So, and this is using Google Maps, from one edge of the city limits to the other edge of the city limits is 7.8 miles. Okay, so apparently over 1 million miles could fit into 7.8 miles. But okay, let's take that out a little bit further. How about from one edge of the state of Arkansas where the Duggars are from to the other edge of the state of Arkansas where the Duggars are from? From one edge of Arkansas to the other edge of Arkansas is 428 miles. So apparently over 1 million miles fits into the state of Arkansas. Fits into a space that's only 428 miles wide. Okay, let's pull it out. Standing shoulder to shoulder, could the Earth's population fit into the United States alone, coast to coast? Well, coast to coast, depending on which roads you take. The United States is 2,861 miles. Oops. I don't really think over 1 million miles could fit into the United States. Okay, well, let's wire the United States. How about circumventing the Earth? So, saying every person is 1 foot shoulder to shoulder, even though the average person is not. Hell, I'm not. How many people could stand shoulder to shoulder? Well, if you stood them shoulder to shoulder, they're only a foot across. If they're only a foot from shoulder to shoulder, they would circumvent the Earth 53 times. Yes, Mrs. Duggar, if you stood the entire population shoulder to shoulder, they would circumvent the Earth over 53 times. And that's playing extremely conservative, saying that everybody on the planet is only 1 foot from shoulder to shoulder. You get cynical atheists all the time, and I know the Duggars have probably been attacked quite a bit for their statements. But this Because why? I'm not good at math. I'll fully admit that. But the numbers and the calculations speak for themselves. Yes. 7 billion people could fit in your teeny tiny town, even though they couldn't even fit shoulder to shoulder around the earth once. But they could fit into Jacksonville, Arkansas. Is that another one of those little religious miracles? I mean, I know you're from a really conservative, really out there, really extremist branch of Christianity, but you cannot tell me that you believe your own numbers. I realize you're probably doing this to justify the fact that your vajayjay is trying to run away, or the fact that you've made some very odd choices in your life, but you cannot tell me you honestly believe those numbers. And if you do, whatever powers are here or not here, help your children. But I just wanted to express my thoughts on that. Peace out, YouTubes.